Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 27 of our Yuan Bo Immortal Empires campaign. I have finally kicked COVID to the curb, and so we are back. I've just got a bit of the sniffles, so the voice is probably going to sound a bit sick still, but now I'm completely better, so let's get back to it. We are going to start things off with a bit of an easy battle against Flayed Rock here. Well, at least Auto Resolve says it would be easy, but this is some really nasty troops back behind these walls here. They've got some Grave Guard, there are 4 units of them, 4 units of the Crypt Ghouls, and then just chaff, some Black Knights. So we are going to do a bit of warm-up, blast these walls down with our cannons, and bring the Jade Warriors on in to pepper the poor undead with arrows. Let's get to it. Alright, so we have ourselves a bit of high ground. We can kind of force all of the zombies down to one line. Should have probably looked at the map. I thought we would actually have to fight this one inside the battlefield. It's going to make this probably a little bit easier even. So the Grave Guard and everyone are going to have to walk slowly over to us. Let's go ahead and set up. Black Knights up there. I wanted to put our crane guns perhaps on that position. We don't necessarily have great locations to throw our crane guns down. So let's go ahead and put them up on this small hill. Forward up on the hill so they can actually fire with their rifles. There we go. We'll move the recoilless crane rifles up. And then we'll go ahead and have our Jade crossbows. Also kind of hanging out in this general area. We want to be very compact. I don't foresee the enemy moving forward on us before it's time. We really don't want anyone in front of the crane guns, except for maybe some halberds up front here on top of this bluff, just to kind of run down and stop the enemy knights from moving in. I'll have you guys a little bit more like this, but where's my shielded lads? That's actually probably a great spot for you. Iron Hail guns, and only deploy if you actually have them selected. Fair enough. Scoot the crane guns or the Iron Hail guns a little ways apart. And then we can set up halberds in this forest to defend them. As an archer behind. We'll get shredded otherwise. Or frontline. Warriors! You lads, I am going to have you double up here. And we'll pull the other infantry around as such. Halberdiers up on top of this bluff. Their job is to be anti-Black Knight. You hang out with this group, and then you can just kind of flap around wherever you like. Perfect. Bring the Iron Hail guns over just a smidgen. They may choose to stay back until our reinforcements arrive either way. So let's do actual missiles, gunpowder, and then all of the blades. That'll do. Slay some undead. We'll start off getting some rounds into these spell bats. Well, that feels a bit foolish. We'll go ahead and send you forward. Jade halberds, let's go ahead and just move up to this position. The knights may still choose to try to charge on in. Great rifles are open seasoning. That's right. Even in the woods, the bats are going to struggle. They're trying to go way wide with the bats. Go for some flanks. Probably won't work because I can just send our lord in and deal with that, no problem. Let's make sure you're ready to stop them as well. Don't have Tempest, but we can go ahead and drop down a Harmonic Convergence pretty easily there. Alright, lads, let's go ahead and pull back a little bit further. Their armor is going to be a huge boon for them. Give yourself a ward save. And honestly, Wall of Winded Fire through here sounds fantastic. Here comes those Black Knights. You don't have a lot of targetability for them. Go ahead and drop down the Overcast and gives them more armor. Do it. Black Knights are the first target. We'll have you charge in to help out as well. Rain guns, you deal with this group. Give them the old shotgun, you charge in, probably a little bit slow there. Let's hope we're not. Well, don't walk forward. See, that's gonna get you. That's gonna be bad. Just barely. So now what you do is you use your shotgun. It's time. There we go. Old lads. In march the zombie menace. You Jade Warriors move up. Go ahead and pull these Iron Hail guns backwards. Our allies are here now, so we can go ahead and send the doggos into combat. I'm going to have you two turn around and not do anything. And we'll have the crows come over the top and go after this unit of spears. Another wall of wind and fire should annihilate these poor unfortunate souls. We'll drop down the heals on the Jade Warriors right afterwards. Yoink. We actually have multiple heals. That's what we're going to do. They need it most of all. Love the Jade Lion charge. Go ahead and blast some Jade Lion breath through with both of them. How you deal with the undead. Lots of flames and the big angry lions. That's the one thing you don't get with Pharaoh, though, is it's a bunch of glowy-eyed undead monsters throwing down with the elite of Grand Cathay. Harmonic Convergence for... Let's go ahead and just have it on the Jade Warriors, and these guys should leave rather soon. Last of them disintegrating on away. That's right. The Undead Crusades have arrived. Did any of you actually lose their life? Yep, one. One single crane gun, or Iron Hail. Mix up every time. Alright, a decisive victory indeed. Only 50 lost. Yeah, the undead, at least the earlier tier 1s, really struggle against any kind of armor, so your Jade Warriors can sit there and hold the line pretty much forever. Especially if you have the likes of Earthblood. Go ahead and capture Flayed Rock. We don't get the landmark here. Feels sad. But it does make sense. That is I'm pretty sure it's just a landmark for the Chaos Dwarves. Let's keep the corral out. And we'll just go ahead and throw in a bunch of control and buildings like that. We've got the Jade Warrior. Yeah, the Peasant Horsemen are just not worth recruiting, really. We'll just go for the Tea Parlor. And we'll just throw in the control building in the corral spot. Hobblar country is secured though, and so we shall move straight on in to grab the Storm Dragon's Edict, as this is directly on one of our battlefronts. We'll switch it over to the Iron Dragon once we're good and sorted. And a little bit of gold. Can we use that to... All they can do is destroy buildings. Yeah, not a lot we can get up to. So we have conquered pretty deep into the mountains. We can continue to press north. They do have an army up there, so what we should probably do... Ogub is also recruiting down here at the Maw Gate. If we attack him, he's going to retreat. Let's go north of the Veil of Titans here. And drop into an ambush. Try to catch Bullthug. Tripping. 5%. Can we get higher than that anywhere? I guess it's hard to hide when you yourself are hiding from Megafauna. Here we go. Cool. 75% works for me. And they shouldn't be able to sneak by unless the AI knows that there's this small little portion here. Ooh, we're out of luck though, aren't we? Now, I want that 75% chance. If they get down to hit the Veil of Titans, they just won't be able to escape. We're still chasing Gondrud around. Somehow he was able to recruit troops. He's actually got a pretty nasty force. We are really being dangerous with Ping Len by going in March after. But if we lose Taitsu, they're just going to raise it to the ground. We're going to have to build it back up. So I would rather not have the ogres sprint into our homeland and karate chop one of our weakest settlements. That sounds pretty terrible. Let's zoom on back over to Yuan Bo. Because we've got a couple lords that haven't been moved, but we are going to keep them in position as we've got a lot of armies up here. They've burned down Blizzard Peak in the last intern cycle, and so now Azag, Kolek, and Cormac have all come up to fight together. We are consolidating the dragons once more. Hopefully we should have enough to bring down both the Slaughterer, which his army is. Good grief. That's a lot of cavalry. His army is going to be a problem. That's going to be a tough one to lock down. We need to find a very, very small choke point and force all the cavalry models to kind of block up on each other because they won't be able to all fight at the same time. One of the big issues with cavalry. So Miao Ying, now you're going to stay here. Science skill points we're going to skip over. Building upgrades, we have 500 gold, so it's nothing I really want to get to. And eventually we'll start sending caravans back out again. Things are too dangerous right now. Aitsu is under attack indeed, so he decided to just go for it. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here, even with our small amount of barrier. They're going to get just run over. Tossed in the pot.
We shall prevail.
And now the last defenders have attacked the court of Labaris. That's a mistake there, lizards. You have no allies.
I trust you will not waste my time.
He is here to do the maximum amount of time wasting. He wants a peace treaty. Gorst, we have been smacking you up and down the coast. Nope. Little does he know, the forever war in against the undead is fueling our economy. Aitsu has been sacked. Yeah, they just stole some goodies and ran, and now Orion is ceasing to punch the Bretonnians. That's perfect. The Bretonnians are just... Thank you. Armor-piercing missile damage 15% for Celestial Dragon crossbows, which would be great when we actually have some. By augmenting each missile's tip with shards of the Celestial Dragon's most favored stone. It's probably a leaf stone, it looks like. They shall become able to pierce even the strongest steel. So that should be 50% more armor piercing. Skaven Undercity. Oh, a pretty huge one. Subterranean hideout, deeper tunnels, a bit of a strip mine, and a Warlock lab. 5,000, huh? Alright, set depth charges. Undercity has been destroyed. I'm assuming that's how we do it. You just roll barrels of explosives down into the under tunnels and set them off. Alright, Yuan Bo. It is time. We march on the marks of the old ones. We are just annihilating down the coast here. But we need to claim back these Southern Sentinels at all costs. That's what I'm actually going to do with him, is going to march, because there's absolutely nothing the rats can do to Yuan Bo. Even if they ambush us and take out our fire rain rocket, there's nothing they can do to Yuan Bo. We'll sprint right on past. And we'll have Ming Fan and go after the marks of the old ones. The proper general. Wang Yuan, you can join up here. Who do we want to get rid of, though? That's the question. What's an incredibly hard question. Bandits of the Silver Road, I think we'll put them back in the pool. They're making our Grand Cannons pretty dangerous, aren't they? Ooh, that's a tough call. One of the Crowmen.
You'll serve Cathay elsewhere.
Indeed. We need Long Yuan's oxen for the battle. They're a bloodthirsty type.
To the front line.
Feed them nothing but rats.
I cannot bend nature. Fortune can be woven.
Alright, marks the old ones, and nuke.
Marching to war.
That gets rid of those rats. We shall go ahead and just occupy. We are civilizing these jungles. Romancer's Spyglass. Battle reinforcement time is pretty good. We do need to just swamp the world with peasants at this point. We have so much money. We can make full stacks of peasants just left and right. Let's go ahead and throw in the... Honestly, it's probably best to give you a bit more armor. Your armor is very, very high at this point, but
sorcery.
More damage mitigation we can get. Always going to be great. For Z Yuan, let's just go ahead and have scouting. Or magical items.
Instrument of the divine.
Minbo and Shang Fang could easily take down the Sentinel of Time. No problem.
We will bring order.
Exactly. She knows what she's up to.
Bend to Cathay's will.
Civilizing these jungles.
Celestial General.
We have Shang Fang press out with Chong-Li, which we shall absolutely do. Come to about this position first. We'll have Chong-Li come down to scout things out. His army, if I lose, is not nearly as devastating. Can't quite reach. We'll go into the ambush stance.
Subterfuge is the order.
Get it sneaky. Bang Fang, can you switch back over? That would be preferable. Let's go into encamp stance, and you can come on in to reinforce when we go after kites there. The hidden buildings are back. Normal costing, which is great for our ability to actually do some upgrades. Figured the coast here could use quite a bit. Absolutely. We'll go until we have about 10,000 gold, and then we'll look and see about how many military upgrades we can get to. Yishi is looking solid. Start bringing you on down now. The High Elves are fighting it out with Mother Stanky and the Dark Elves, and we can just leave ourselves fully out of that conflict. Just conquer the Straits of Lustria here. Did everyone peace out with them? Dude, that's not what we need at all. We're gonna get stabbed in the back by Itza. Alright, Yishi, that's your job. The defense of Itza. I think it's probably best to bring you over to High Sentinel.
Nothing slow you.
I'm not sure. Now we may just scoot on down to... There's no great way to go, so we'll just come on across the land. Figure we could maybe go across the sea to save some time. Perfect. Let's start zooming around then. Let's see what happened up here with Miao Ying's troops. Kolek and Azag have split up. But more likely Azag is here in ambush stance. Problem is we're in the wastes, so it doesn't allow us to really do any sneaky maneuvers ourselves. We can start pressing down out of the wastes. Start forcing our way through the mountains here. We'll be in a real good shape. Greases is back.
Only listens to Carissa.
And we got Thick Skull on the other side. And we're going to have you come around and karate chop this pack of ogres. We can turn to deal with Greases afterwards.
Astroman solve thus.
Doink.
Make your ancestors proud. They may live this time.
All the coins.
Power in the blood.
Have you go into ambush stance. We can go right in front of the veil. That is perfect.
Born to rule.
Okay, let's go for Cloak of a Jet then. Which is not the most fantastic spell, but we can start actually getting into here to some of the more slowdown spells. And then eventually, Talons of Night. Alright, let's grab Might of Heaven and Earth. Further buff our front line there.
Natural authority.
Hang, you and Miao Ying are hanging out. How much attrition would we take for a single turn? I think that's acceptable.
A silent storm.
Celestial
10 years are probably be a lot less acceptable, but we're gonna try to be sneaky here. Catch Kolek in an ambush. We don't even need the Iron Dragon. Keep him nearby.
So many dragons.
You know what? He only has 18 units. They should be brave enough to attack him. But if not, this is a good old waste of a turn.
Let their feet become fleet.
Maybe waiting for reinforcements.
Not ever.
Or he's upgrading his unit. I don't know. We'll see what Kolek's up to momentarily. Oh, they went into ambush stance after sacking the settlement?
Dragon-blooded Shuganda.
Oi. I didn't realize that was allowed. They had enough movement to hit Taitsu and then go into an ambush stance. There they are. Very, very lucky.
Celestial General.
Who has more missiles? This unit has a lot more fire rain rockets, but no actual missile troops. So let's go ahead and start the battle with England.
Warriors, sons, with me.
What says you, Gondrud? Oh, He says retreat at maximum speed.
Spill their vile blood.
Let's get rid of this nonsense. No one should fall, right? We have some proper battles to get to.
Your ancestors proud.
Also, wait.
We will treat them then.
No, we absolutely won't. Tell our ancestors all sorts of fun stories, though. Where you can
Must
upgrade.
stand to our strengths.
No, you could have some lanterns now, couldn't you?
Cover tracks with
I
haste.
say no to the lanterns, and we are going to move towards Shangyang.
I will take first watch.
Oh, it's through the desert.
Men sleep.
That's unfortunate. Can't sleep too much because
Celestial ancestors.
sandstorms.
Erect a shrine to our ancestors.
Get maximum replenishment and move on. Grab the last point into sure aim there.
Child of the Nine.
Passive buffs all sorted out.
Dragon
We haven't really had any issues with rebellions even since the very beginning, so. Yielding.
A great day. But let us
Oh,
avoid
C2.
hubris.
Yeah, we gotta keep avoiding hubris if we can. We're gonna go for the Thunderbolt.
It shall please the dragons.
Minute C, let's give you your fast hands, or Constellation of the Dragon for a nuke spell. That sounds great. We often get enemies blobbed up on our
battle is
our
won,
Jade Warriors.
and so shall the war.
Midnight Wind here. We've got damage and debuff on different units. Sweet business.
Authority.
Alright, let's continue to purge the undead then. Looks like Dolph has come on up with at least a smaller of an upgraded force. They've got some Blood Knights in there, which is
Descended from
gonna be fun to deal with.
Glory. Wind shaper.
as long as these two are working together, there's not much the undead can do. Want to march right around behind these scrap towers. I don't mind even if they attack Min C. He shouldn't have the ability to. He's tier 1. There's no way he's got Lightning Strike. Unless the Fates fight against us themselves. Hidden building there. Knobbly Gorge in a dangerous spot? Thankfully, no. We're gonna go for the walls either way. And let's recruit up another lord here. Not a magistrate, I think a celestial general sounds good. He is just going to be one that's got a whole bunch of peasants. Then, so I was hoping for something that would give our units more, I guess anything. Optimistic. Doesn't look like it. We'll just grab the strategist. Mu Dai.
Celestial General.
And since we have recruited him, keeping with tradition, he's Mu Bo.
Celestial General.
He actually has access to the Jade Warriors. Let's go for some archers to start. We'll just kind of swamp them in peasants.
General.
Route Marcher, Inspiring Presence, hard to hit. And then we'll go for the Sure Aim.
Such treasures. Spoils of war.
Indeed.
Magistrate reporting.
Yeah, Simiching, you are in charge of hanging out here, but it looks like Lord Skrulk
One disagrees.
has decided that this is his settlement now.
Lord Magistrate.
You need to
reporting.
defend the Fuming Serpent.
Be on guard.
And even with his nasty units here, we should be able to handle it.
I serve the dragon. The Emperor.
Let's come back over
calls
to grab a
upon
few more archers, and we'll hold the line there with a whole bunch of arrows. He's running away desperately from
Celestial
Marcus.
General.
It's unfortunate he's choosing to run our direction.
Astromancer of Grand
Keep
Kata
scouting these
destinies
ruins.
Can be controlled.
This is basically just free experience.
My
Doesn't cost any gold.
correct.
He's got a Scrivener now. Awesome.
Favored wizard of Shen
We'll always take more research rate.
Gun Lord reporting.
Oh, your job is to
Serve
keep
me
bringing up
is a
mole soldiers.
privilege.
Let's go for an additional halberd or two. We'll go for one halberd. We'll have 2 halberds, 2 Jade Warriors, and that'll be a perfectly good front line. Perfectly acceptable. I would love to get some Terracotta Sentinels in, so let's go into the global and we'll grab 1 from here. That's probably about it. I have plenty of access to our global recruitment when we need it.
General of the Celestial Host.
Do business. Onward to the next. You just
Join me in
continue
the
to hang
war.
out here, recruit up some more peasants. Peasant armies will be defending the homeland here in the north. Do we need walls more? Probably not. Let's take more income. Maximize how much more income we're getting. And then finally, the Celestial Tower for more research rate. Sounds good to me. I don't foresee the Kiss of the Lights causing me any issues down here.
Servant.
You go ahead and try to take down Brutebane.
They will be
Well done.
obeyed.
Slayer of Men Guanhuao is, or Gunhuao. I'm sure we pronounced that
I will
flawlessly.
be obeyed.
Yan Kiao, you come on through. Keep an eye on this portion. You know Gromus is down here. Gromus and Glog. We got 4 more steel tokens, I think. It would be a really good idea to go for one final fortress city. Let's see which one doesn't have it already. Is this Center Gate? That way we just have all of the extra defensive buffs coming out from all of the Bastion gates. Or more stone tokens we shall soon have. Awesome. So I'm not going to worry about recruiting here at the middle gate. Base weapon damage for all armies up to what? Oh, it switches over to armor piercing. Or spell resistance for all armies. I think that's the call.
Our ancestors are with us.
Really just building that building for the actual buffs it gives. Even more spell resistance, we are going to be so immune to spells flying out. It's going to be more like we're playing the Dawei.
Lord of Yin and Yang.
Can we have you steal technology? No, you're just a building damager. I will turn on back around. We know what's over here. They're putting up a few more troops. Let's keep an eye on the Maw Gate. We will soon send some armies up to quash it. Lost Valley is under our control now. Perfect. Let's go ahead and just have the Iron Dragon's Edict for even more research rate. Skip over our caravan dispatch once more there, and we'll come on down to the Jade Dragon.
My functionaries are at your disposal.
Hello, Tyrion. Oh, he wants us to join his war against the opera singer. How many armies does she have left? Oh, here she is. Just the one? Sure, why not? We're already so low in reliability. We can use the Jade Mask at any time to go ahead and fix our reliability back up to max if we really need it, which we really don't. The drought is gone, so we basically were paid $1,200 for nothing, which is awesome. Now Ying's ambush was foiled and the Lizardman incursion is beginning. Children of the Old Gods, execute Krokgar. Alright, we'll get to it, don't you worry. And Azag was indeed hanging out in an ambush stance. Yeah, this army that is made entirely out of cavalry, I would rather take them down on the auto-resolve. Zhao Ming, see that it is done.
Leader of men.
An appealing experiment.
Oh, don't retreat.
Servant
There
of
is only the
dragons.
void. I'm definitely not scared of Kolek.
The Iron Dragon.
He's a huge target, especially when the player is not piloting him. Glittering robe to keep
A
yourself
great boon to my
safe, and we'll deal with Azag the old-fashioned way. By clicking a button.
duty.
See you later, fool.
Unity.
Maybe next time we actually add the fire banner down. And we will take the extra replenishment, no matter how little it is.
They shall mine Warpstone.
There it is. Excellent. Now Kolek is pressed down to 1 at settlement, and I'm betting Grimgor is causing it all sorts of havoc.
Shall make
Their defeat. Let's start pressing on down further south.
desire to dream.
Is he not taking attrition?
Xiangyang,
worships me.
Wonder why not. I'm not gonna complain,
This victory
but I
is
wonder why not.
mine, but all Cathay's.
We'll leave Pingbo here to kind of be the lookout for Archaon. We'll kind of move up and deal with Archaon as we need to. It's time to secure the Mountains of Morn, even if that means stomping out a ally in Grimgor Ironhide. No ally of mine. G, you come on over here.
For my counsel.
We just need to completely overwhelm them in the mountains there. We're going to take a little bit of desert attrition, but that's just fine.
Instrument of the divine.
And have you recruiting more soldiers, and Jubo is grabbing the Terracotta Sentinel. For dealing with the ogres, we need maximum crossbowage. So one more of these guys, and then one more crossbow.
Alchemist of the House of
You can blow up the Maw Gate, that'd be great.
Demolition is my goal.
Eliminate a bit of their economy.
I shame the
Or-
House of Secrets.
Or not. As long as you know what you are. Dolph, we hell, we'll move on down.
Many feet, one purpose. We must become shadow.
And a double ambush on either side of the valley here.
Be as night winds.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Longma. Upgrade Shambletown. That's not one we should really upgrade, let's be honest. Scrap Towers is, if we upgrade this one, it'll likely force them to come on up and try to fight it.
I refuse.
The AI does love a juicy, undefended settlement.
Descended from celestial glory.
Actually, as we were pressing south, we've got Lizardmen about to pop up all over the Star Tower. We don't really have that many defenses. Being fun, your job is now going to be to press out
March with speed.
and defend the Star Tower.
Ancestors, guide us.
Yeah, Sima-Ching should not be fighting any of these invasion forces. You come over
I will be in
to
my
the Star Tower. If we lose the Fuming Serpent, so be it. Let's chuck in the Archer Towers, although it'll be far too late before they arrive.
Celestial General.
Being fun, we need you over there now.
The Emperor's architect.
We'll have Yuan Bo press over to Chupa. That way he can also reinforce if he needs to. That way he can come straight out of the port here. Slide on over.
A warrior must fight.
And we've been forced to auto-resolve so many of these.
For the Celestial.
We will get to some proper battles soon. At least I hope so.
Shall I eat consume last leader?
That was Annihilation. Chupa falls to us. We get ourselves a nice gold mine. I said we get ourselves a nice gold mine. And another dock.
Master of the heavens.
Evan, let's come on down south. See what's cooking to the Dust Peaks.
There provides a path.
Think me fool.
There's a proper army there.
Humility in all.
Who is hiding in Kikes then? Let's find out. He's just sitting outside and recruiting. Oh, there's nothing here.
For honor, not fame.
Problem is we have no cannons, do we?
Celestial General.
And those guys don't count as siege attackers.
Your deaths for Cathay.
Okay, you back up.
We are outmanned.
Don't want to fight all that on the field, but if we can pretend we're not
Move
here.
until I say so. Travel with readiness.
We might be able to jump on Hellkeek. He's got a pretty nasty army. Shand is recruiting up, but if we can stay away from the warp bomb that this settlement is providing,
For the Imperial family.
that would be definitely preferable.
Dragon blood.
We've got several. Oh, I didn't realize men could make it.
First among
Well, in that
warriors,
case, change my mind.
leader of men.
You guys
Move
hang out here,
fast. Cross river swiftly.
and Minbo can come on down and karate chop Kikes with their cannons.
Dead.
Perfect stuff.
Earn the Emperor's love.
This below shall not save you. We didn't have all the armies in on that one. We are just going to occupy.
Extension of the Empire.
Extension of the Empire. Ike's belongs to us. Now we can throw in some alchemists. Perfect. Switch this one over to the Goods Emporium. And you to the Inn Lodge. We're good to go.
General of the Celestial Host. Trickery is unbecoming,
Unnecessary.
but necessary. Serve from the front.
For our upgrades, we'll just go for lead from the front for you. That way we have everyone around you getting a bit more
Dragon.
melee defense. Rally for the Jade Dragon's troops. Scouting. Bow, let's give you Blade Shield.
Lord of Yin and Yang.
Secondary point into Might of Heaven and Earth, and we can finish off the Unyielding then.
A great day, but let us avoid hubris.
Final point into Regrowth. And Mentor there for Juzu. Allow all of our alchemists to level up a bit faster. Yao Ming, let's also go for Unyielding for yourself as well. And we'll start boosting up the income with your alchemist. There we go. And now we are the Order Tide.
This victory is not mine, but all.
Cathay Tide is upon you. So we'll throw in another army here at the Sentinel of Time because we can. And this one will make a Lord Magistrate. Bureaucrat. Let's go for the well-trained
The Lord Magistrate takes charge.
Yuan Heng. Welcome, sir.
None may refuse Cathay's call.
For dealing with rats, we need firing rockets. That's an absolute. Fire rain rockets, and then we'll recruit properly, or do we want to go for some cannons here as well? Cannons, not as good, but if we have two of them blasting away at their spellcasters, they can't really advance across the field, so I'm here for it.
The coast would
Marcus
be a
should leave.
retirement from war.
Chan, you just continue your
Soldiers,
circuit there back and
take our
forth.
positions.
I'm not going to do any upgrading here in the north, except for maybe the walls of the Valerie. 5,000 is a lot. We'll just continue to make the control more in line. We can worry about more having a balance. That way we can just move through these areas very fast. Okay, so Kolek's going around.
The
Interesting.
Celestial Blacksmith.
Wanshan, I think
Astromancer of the Celestial Court.
we can kick out one of your Jade Warriors here.
Only
Add
the
you in
worthy
the elite.
serve.
Astromancer?
Celestial artifacts shall be mine.
We can have ourselves a battle against
Celestial
Greasus.
ancestors.
No one
Just a bunch
chose
of
the tyrant. What
Ogre Bulls. You may not even have to. Greasus, you are handing out your coins left and right,
We
buddy.
will bring order.
Left and right.
We will treat them fair.
Income from trade, income from all buildings. Just keep passing out that that defeat trade as far as we can. Go into March.
Redouble your
Oh, I thought she
speed.
could actually make it.
Fly the Emperor's flag.
I was wrong. Let's get some yin buildings in there.
Metal and fire.
It's not very spicy metal or fire. You have failed to blow up every building I've asked you to. Yes, we'll just come on. We'll stay in the Fallen Gates. Exwaddle can go up to its 5th tier as well, which is just awesome. Go for the spice market here, the Ziggurat of Dawn. Might as well just make maximized gold. Fuel the mini armies of Cathay. Alright, switching. You need to recruit up some more. I would prefer we can get some from. Does Labaris have anything good for us? Necrosphinx would be incredible, but it's going to be too late. So with you Shabti bows. Thinking a Tomb Scorpion. Or do we just go for the extra Ushabti warriors? We don't have much leadership. Armor piercing anti-infantry will be great against the enemy Saurus. We don't know how many we're going to have to deal with next turn, so let's just go ahead and grab the troops we can. Archers from Etane is probably also a good idea. Archers from Etane is likely the call here. Oh, hang on now. War wagons from Reichland. I know most people meme on war wagons, but we could, if we get them outside of the wall, outside of the walls, we could do some nasty stuff, having them roll around and just shoot priority targets with those missiles. And then over here with the actual Hunt Marshal, or do we go for Etane archers? Let's go for High Elf archers. They do put our lads to shame.
Attention.
Alright, awesome. One fell swoop here, we are about to secure the final two astromantic positions. I am tempted to give you some cannons, but no, we're just gonna go for even more archers. Peasant Tide is real.
Master of the province.
Ishi, we need you down quickly. It's gonna be a long, long travel. There's no way that was faster. His GPS broke. Iron Mine and the defenses. And then I wouldn't mind just more growth. Winning where we can. Need more battles. He needs more goodies. Bo here is not going to be able to recruit any troops. Let's give him some allied. Franklin, we should have a fair bit left. Oh, we can't actually grab any from them. Alright then. Lyrian Reavers aren't terrible. I think we want more archers. Give us your goodies. Light armor archers. Let's do it. We could grab the Ushabti Great Bow. There's a Necro Sphinx, though. I love the Ushabti Great Bows. The ones coming out of Labaris are supposed to be great. Even if in Little War they're the exact same as all others.
Celestial ancestors.
Alright, so this will pass out some skill points. Continue on our way. Power of Yin, and it looks like a couple of the alchemists need some help too.
Natural authority.
Make sure our spells don't blow up in our face. Always preferable. Lord and Magistrate. Probably go for healing our lads up. By healing, I mean passing out free experience.
Celestial glory is ours.
He's got all the double XP tokens. He's been hanging on to them. Grab all three of these items here, then we'll just go for the Inspired Marksmanship. Going for Grand Tactician. So everyone around him gets more reload skill and some melee defense. That stacks along with all of the different yin and yang bonuses. Making your Magistrate pretty solid. You stay here, good spot for you. Caravan dispatch available. Yes, we should send 175 coins out. Small pouch. Hopefully we make some good returns, right? Back to Star Tower. And a turn. Alright, so we've got a whole bunch, well, at least one new army popped up. My computer started acting like it's a rocket taking off, so I'll hear that. I'll make sure it's hopefully nullified there. So now Young Sun has been detected. All of our ambushes were foiled. And at least Illyrian's building up some new goodies now. So we've got great feats of archery, great deeds of subterfuge, great acts of charity. This is how the moon dragons favor. Blessed favor is one. Stab people, give it to charity, and be really good at archery. Krokgar has been eliminated. Got Lizardman coming on in. Looks like this is a much more scary invasion as opposed to the last couple we've had. It is good to see they're ramping up. But this wouldn't be able to take the walls. Let's see what they try. Got several more invasions imminent. We can just bring Ming Fan over to do some karate chopping. Oh, Lord Scroll's gonna help. See, now that makes things a little bit more spicy. Fan. I don't want to bring you in too far where that... Keep him off the coast. Basically, I don't want them to attack Star Tower by attacking Ming Fan first, and that way they bypass all of the different barrier our troops are going to get. Problem is, then he could just attack and initiate combat right away with these new armies that are coming in at next turn. So that makes things real spicy no matter what. We probably should have landed on the Star Tower.
City Commander.
We've done about as much as we can here to keep them safe. Let's go for one more Peasant Spear, one more Archer. I guess we'll grab the Peasant Spear up here as well. We need a few frontline fodder that are actually going to be fairly decent at holding the line. They'll actually perform pretty well against the individual beasties once they actually come on in. This is better be nasty though.
What a strange
We can hope they go after the Fuming Serpent first. Which they probably will. Can I use any of my? Can't. All right, Celestial Lake. It's time we switch on over. One of the more defensive positions then. Ancestral Warriors. Defensive supplies and replenishment rate. I think the best call is to go for the Dragon Emperor's Wrath. We can call down the nuke. This one gives us more overall buffs though, so let's go for the Great Bastion. The nuke would be real great. That would be a one-time bomb drop, as opposed to the defensive supplies we'll be able to gain over time. I don't think there is any true right or wrong answer there. It's just whichever one you can make do more damage. Alright, now we're just going to keep pressing down the coast. I'm going to do a few more auto-resolves here. Because we just have overwhelming forces, and I actually don't find the fun in curb stomping an army on the battlefield unless it's... when we have overwhelming numbers like this, at least. We might as well just chase them off the old-fashioned way.
Servant of the dragons.
We will have several proper battles in the next episode, as that's the one we're going to have all of the invasion force dealt with. We lose anyone on the auto-resolve?
Fight in perfect harmony.
We lose still 660. Not that we can't venerate to the ancestors. Death Wu Jing gained, Hellkeek has been slain, and we'll just have Minbo go into an ambush and step back into friendly territory. Sweet business. Last point into unyielding then.
It is mine by blood rights.
Bang.
General.
General. Give you better armor.
Few would turn down such weapons.
And then Shangli, we shall also give better armor.
With that, I would lead more effectively.
Dude, I agree. Gotta sell it to me. Also go ahead and snag a few more High Elven Archers. These guys are pretty great. And that's about all we can grab from Etain for now. 180 range and some fairly decent missile strength is great against this Skaven. Administration Center. Let's go for Summatoon. Simple of time, we can just throw in the growth building as well. Our control is well and truly in order. Switch this one on over from the Storm Dragon's Edict to the Iron Dragon. When I catch them, I'll do my best to do so. Tier 4 on the Great Dragon Idol. That's definitely the name of that settlement. Growth building. Across the board there. And then it is likely a good idea to build up more armies in the overall vicinity. So let's throw in the Jade Warrior Barracks in Ketsa. We can recruit in dual armies here, so let's go Celestial Dragon, or Celestial General. Fleet of Foot sounds awesome. He's costing, our generals are costing so much apiece now.
I will take first watch. Let the men sleep.
We'll also grab in another general because they're pretty much the best on the field They act very similarly to Kroxigor. Upright, lettered, and sharp. But since they're small targets, they actually are better than Kroxigor.
Celestial General.
Zhengdi Gongsun and Che. We'll have him be Bo.
The coast would be a
And now we know.
retirement from war.
And honestly, if we really just want to make sure I know which one is who, it'll just be Zhengbo.
Celestial General.
There we are. Peasant archers.
Celestial General.
And some peasant archers. Perfect. We're building up a whole peasant swarm to overwhelm the soon-to-be invading lizards, but for now, I am out of time for today. I've been a Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the light god and a sub for the sub thon. I'll see you on the next one.